Okay, the next sector we're moving into is downtown, the home of the corporate sector. Now, the corporate jobs, they're all marked by an ability to actually affect other players' jobs themselves. So they change how other jobs work. They can cause modifications of various kinds. And so these jobs are best for players that feel like they've got to grips with this game and they want to play a more advanced strategic game. The other catch is that they once again have pretty high requirement barriers to entry, not as high as the civic sector, but you'll need a degree straight away. And then as you climb, you're going to need that degree and that corporate experience already. And at a certain point, you're going to need business degrees as well. So it's pretty high barriers to entry, not as bad as the civic sector. But more importantly, you are stuck on more of a long-term career progression. It's going to take you a long time to get to the top. But what's fun about the corporate sector is that if you do make it up this narrow ladder, you then, in the late game, will have access to all these barren jobs. And the barren jobs have really powerful effects that not only make you a lot of money or give you a way to make a lot of money from other players, but you can also introduce whole new weird mechanics to the game, which will affect everyone else in the game. So you'll end up in a very powerful position if you commit to that. But these abilities can be a bit more challenging to kind of leverage because it's more about using abilities that have no immediate benefit for you in fun ways. Like I can take the HR director as an example. So as HR director, you can create incentives to another job. So you can actually add a rewarding effect to another job, which means that that other job will give that player +1 meaning, and it will give them +1 pleasure every time they perform an ability of that job. So that's a really beneficial effect, right, for another player. What will it be worth to them? What can they give you in return to actually make use of that ability? The other thing you can do as the HR director is you can add paperwork, which adds the draining effect to any other job. So that's going to give them a trauma just for holding that job, and it's going to give them a pain each time they perform one of their job's abilities, because now they've got to fill out paperwork every time they do anything. So once again, that's a really negative effect. So you can use that to hurt players in certain ways, and maybe use that to sort of coerce them, or maybe use it as a sort of threat or revenge strategy. Or just use it to push other players down while you yourself are getting ahead. And then, at the very top, I'll give one Baron example as well. Like here's the food and beverage Baron, for example. As the food and beverage Baron, you can actually start eliminating other jobs. You can monopolize a lot of jobs from the service industry. So you can cut out that cashier and the dasher and the waiter and the bartender, for example. Which means that job is just eliminated from the game completely, and anyone holding that job has to quit it. And then you get that job. You get to basically be all those roles at once and have total monopoly power over all those abilities simultaneously, and it's not going to add to your own toll or anything.